that. Welcome back, everybody. You excited to be here today? Yes. The enthusiasm is amazing. The facial coverings are even more amazing. Folks, we're going to ask that you keep those facial coverings over your mouth and nose for your entire time here at the park.
It's been 2 months and the wait is finally over. We're out here at the Universal Orlando Resort and ready to go in and check it out. Sandi is an annual pass holder, so she's going to go in and check out all the rides, everything they've got to do with health standards now that the parks have reopened back up. I am going to go explore all over the resorts, so we invite you to stick around and let's go on an epic Universal adventure that rocks. So real quick, before we mask up, just as you're entering through that parking garage, just before you get to CityWalk, you can already tell they're getting you primed and ready for that social distancing with the markers already going down. Now that we've gotten our temperature checked, we went through security, now it's time to go play with the wizards, the rides, everything. Let's do it, Universal.
Before you even get to the ride.
So to give you an idea while we're out here, people are already lining up to go on their Islands of Adventure experience. Also, another thing, and this is just about the queues alone, as you can see, the queues are social distance. So you got one there, no one's in this line, they spaced it out. And this is already just to get into the park, and they're already showing you they are being very mindful about spacing out the queues. Let's go check it out on the Universal Studios side. This might be the next wave of what's gonna happen for the future of theme parks. Out front is 2 attendants checking time slots. So right when you go up, before you can even go under the Universal Studios arch, they ask to see your reserved time before letting you in. Check this out. I don't know about you, but I've missed the Minions. How about you? Put it in the comments down below. The character's out, and they want their pictures taken, and so do I. They have special marked areas that the attendants will tell you where to stand to make sure that you get some epic Universal photos. How many people missed Universal Studios for the past 2 months? I mean, the crowd is here and they're ready to party out here. So, what happens when your time slot goes in waves? Now, as you saw, there's a pretty good line in front of Universal Studios at 9 o'clock a.m. Everyone's in. We're now entering where the 10 o'clock people are starting to line up, but there's not that many of them hanging out. But as you can see, the line is gone. So the first wave of people has entered the park at 9 a.m. The 10 o'clock people, there's still some hanging out, but just to give you an idea on how quickly that wave will definitely get through the park. If you do go to a theme park near you and they happen to have a reserved time slot system, this may give you an idea on what it might feel like. So if you're familiar with our adventures, this one's going to look a little different out here at the reopening of the Universal Orlando Resort. Besides the mandatory mask that you have to wear unless you are very far away from somebody or in a you rest area, which we'll explain later, you're going to see Sandi is on her own adventure in the parks covering everything that's changed out there to prepare for the reopening. I'm going to go try to see about the resorts, the boats, the buses, all around Universal. So stick around, there's a lot more epic fun to be had.
Alright, my first ride here at Universal, and as soon as you walk up, they actually squirt hand sanitizer in your hands, and they do not take you through the gift shop. So you walk down the stairs, you bypass the gift shop, or I should say the arcade for this ride.
As you can see behind me, that's the line for Rip Ride Rocket, and everyone is spaced out on the stairs, wearing their masks and ready to ride. Will the mask stay on? Let's take a look at this clip and find out. Out here at Rip Ride Rocket, a lot of people have been wondering, can I wear a mask and ride a coaster? Let's find out. The Blue Man Group isn't open yet, but I'm sure it'll open soon. Have you seen this show? Put it in the comments down below. Now let's go check back in with Sandi. She's about ready to get on her second ride of the day, Spider-Man.
Second ride of the day is Spider-Man, and once again they put sanitizer. Riding with the mask, it does fog up your 3D glasses. They do hand them directly to you versus you picking out which ones you want. Very cool. It's the only one on the ride, so it's been a great day.
A very cool find out here at Universal CityWalk is a path along the right side of Hard Rock. It is a piece of the actual Berlin Wall behind me. You definitely got to come check it out. Now, if you notice, or may not notice, but there's a lot of color missing from that wall. We're going to explain that in a future video. Gives you a reason to subscribe and look out for it. And we'll go into why all that color is missing. Now let's go check in with Sandi over at Islands of Adventure. A new encounter just opened up, and she's got a little bit of a sneak from photos and how they are counting the number of guests going in and out of Islands of Adventure's new Raptor encounter. Check this out. I know what you may be thinking, Rock, the Raptor encounter is not new, but to a lot of people it is, and that entrance is definitely new. And Rock, where's your mask? I am completely out here at Universal CityWalk all by myself. But we got a lot more to go check out, so stick around. Universal understands that the Florida heat and sometimes the mask, it can just, you need a break. So actually look for the signs that say you rest area, and feel free to take your mask off, catch a breather, some fresh air, and then put it back on to go hit the park and enjoy more rides.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do ask that throughout your entire stay at the park, we keep your party at least 6 feet or 2 meters away from the parties around you. We want you to stick close and have fun with the party that you arrived with, but be conscious of those around you.
You guys gotta check this out. Sandi just saw something new that has not been announced at Islands of Adventure. Is there a new Jurassic Park coaster coming? Let's go see what Sandi has found.
Also, all over the place.
It
a
is.
stick, a tape measure. Well, we got you covered. Once
It's
you get inside here,
10:30
we've got
out
these
here at
lovely
Islands of
blue
Adventure,
stickers on the floor
and
in
annual
most areas.
pass holders
And that's
want
how
to
you
get
know,
in.
stand on a
Let's
sticker
take a look
and you're
at
in
how
safe
long
position.
this
There's
line
6
is.
feet, 2 meters even now.
I'm also excited to see which all the amazing Universal annual pass holders that come wearing shirts of this exact thing. I know it's going to happen. That's what I'm looking
So if
for.
you're familiar with Islands of Adventure, I started at the entrance gate. I just wanted to show you when I saw how long this line was, and it's 10:30. That's right, we're going over the bridge now of the water. We are now past the plane at Lone Palm Airport Restaurant. Out here by the water at CityWalk, it's another you rest area. So you're welcome to take off your face mask and catch another breather of that fresh air. Enjoy the water, enjoy Just the to give you boats an going idea
Oh,
of
Oh,
how
uh,
long long the the line line
uh,
is
Let's
is
get back
out
to
here.
Sandy. She's just on her way to Hogwarts and check out the Forbidden Journey and see what's going on over there.
Hello, how are you?
Got a craving for something sweet? Out at Honeyduke's in Hogsmeade at Islands of Adventure. Looking for a place to just kick back and stick your toes in the sand? You can do that also out here at Universal CityWalk. Just look for the big plane out here right across from Margaritaville. Now let's check back in with Sandy. Out at Seuss Landing, the characters are out, such as Thing 1 and Thing 2. And what has Universal done is they put a red rope around a perimeter to make sure you can get some great pictures, but please just stay back behind the rope. Universal CityWalk is just so fun, so full of color, so many fun photo opportunities. So you definitely want to come and take that time to check it out. Now let's go check back in with Sandy. She is about to get on the Hogwarts Express. Something to take note about the Hogwarts Express. If you don't remember, you do need to have a park-to-park admission ticket to ride it. But also, while out here, Sandy has informed me that it is not in the virtual queue. So she's gonna time it to see how long it takes her to get on.
I'm in line for Hogwarts Express to go from Islands of Adventure to Universal. They say it's a 35-minute wait, and where base markers here seem much farther than 6 feet. But I could be wrong.
And I'm gonna have you guys on the next train, okay guys?
Okay, just stay here.
Yeah, just stay there.
One good thing about the social distancing is that you have some incredible opportunities and photo opportunities, because there's nobody else around. It's really, really cool.
The attendants out at Hogwarts Express even separate out the line as you're standing and waiting to get on your car. Check out what Sandi experienced while she was waiting, and I believe she even got to get in a car by herself. I wonder if she skipped in there or did any cartwheels. The mini golf course behind me, have you ever been on that? Put in the comments down below. Check out that monster.
I'm in the car, G, all by myself. It's pretty cool. I've never thought in a million years I'd ever be able to experience this, so yay. So they ask you to wear the masks while you're still on the ride, even though I'm the only one in here, so, but I'll do what they ask, because I love Universal.
And how is Universal Studios doing with all the new health measures in place? Let's go check in with Sandi and start exploring her adventure out there.
Okay.
So as you can see, they're directing everybody. If you're going to Universal Studios Resort, you usually just go straight down that way. You know, as you come in from the entrance of Universal CityWalk, you just make a right and keep on going. But to encourage on how they're limiting this capacity, they are having everyone make the full length. They get to Universal Studios Florida, that part, you have to walk the whole length of the lagoon as it wraps around in front of Hard Rock, and then to get over on that side of the park. Wow, I've never seen this before. If you've seen this before, definitely put it in the comments below. Now here's something that Universal may not have expected to happen. Wait till you see what Sandi caught when she got in line for the Men in Black ride. Now, as you know, with some of the rides at Universal, you gotta put your items in a locker. Check this out. Have you had a milkshake here? They're amazing. Do you have a favorite? Put it in the comments down below. And now let's go check in with Sandi as she visits Springfield and The Simpsons.
In line for the Simpsons ride. Mask on. Waiting patiently. 15-minute wait.
Only 45 more minutes. Just kidding. I have no idea how much longer it is. So here to entertain you are Itchy and Scratchy.
Once again, I'm by myself in the room. And we'll be
Krusty,
on the car.
is this a nuclear reactor?
Woohoo.
Out here at Universal CityWalk, they have 2 floors for you to check out. Now, back at Universal Studios Florida, let's check in with Sandi. I heard there's some stars that she's finding that's out and about with everyone, such as Marilyn Monroe and Scooby-Doo. Something new coming to Universal Studios Florida in 2020 was the Bourne Stuntacluar. It hasn't opened yet, but let's check in with Sandi and get a good look around. I am loving all the retro throwback to the old Universal Studios Florida. What was your favorite ride? Was it Confrontation? Jaws? My personal favorite, Back to the Future, the ride? Put it in the comments down below. Your throwback doesn't stop at shirts though. You can get your hats. Remember the old like pennant banners, buttons, even the classic throwback license plate. And want your Universal mask? They have them right here. One Love is Universal and one Universal Studios. So earlier I told you how Universal made that crazy decision that if you wanted to get into Universal Studios Florida, you had to make a left instead of a right at CityWalk and go all the way around the lagoon. Didn't really understand why. I thought it was part of the social distancing and health measures. Then ran into one of our favorite channels, paging Mr. Morrow, who informed us that the governor actually announced for Florida Phase 2 inside NBC Sports Grill and Brew. And in fact, that is why they had closed that area, so that way they could do some live and TV tapings in there. It was so cool coming back to Universal finally.
Yes, it was such a good feeling to be
and
back.
even got the cameo appearance of meeting one of our favorite vloggers, paging Mr. Morrow. So cool for taking some time out to talk with us today.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed our look around Universal, seeing everything that they've changed to make it a great experience, a fun experience for families to come back and enjoy the Universal Orlando Resort.
Yeah.
You had a great time out there?
It was incredible. It was, again, so good to be back, even with the rain.
Even with the rain.
And the masks.
Mask on or mask off, be sure to make each and every day an adventure that rocks. I gotta hand it to the Universal staff. They are definitely in the groove and got it going on out here. Now, even though as you can see, I'm in a very quiet place, so I decided to take my mask off for a few minutes. Everywhere I have went that even has a pocket of emptiness and maybe one Universal staff member, their masks, they are still on. Thumbs up, Universal, stay in the groove. Stop, I know what you're thinking. Rock, what about the resorts? You can't leave. We ran out of time. There's just so much to cover with Sandi going into Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios Florida, and capturing everything going on at CityWalk. I didn't have time to cover the resorts like we wanted, but don't worry, we're definitely coming back for another adventure.